photos, smells, sounds, taste of sweat, the heat, excitement, loss, the constant threat of danger, anger, love, glare of the sun, rotting fruit, diaries, burning rubbish, sandy roads. I don't think it would ever be what you'd expect it to be. I think that'd be the problem. Things could go from very good to very bad very quickly. And I think it's something that should be avoided at all costs. Zip.
Snap.
Snap.
Ping. Single rounds, fired with calculated deliberation by a man, much like me. A target indication. Lines of green tracer arc towards me, zapping and buzzing like demented bees, while I crouch low in the open cupola. Again that self-loathing sense of uselessness as my GPMG grunts, burps and jams, choked by cloying convoy dust, willing only to spit out single rounds as raw red fingers grapple with the red-hot gas plug. Have you ever killed anyone? They ask, with the innocent naivety of youth. What do you think? I reply, smiling quietly. But indeed, what is the truth? Looking down at my hands now, I feel again the warm, slippery sensation as I rip and wrench through tattered clothing to apply tourniquets, and use fingers and fists to punch and push Hemcon into ragged, spurting holes. Have I ever killed anyone? In the dark and dusty neon-tinted streets of Basra, I shot at men who shot at me. But did my own fizzing tracer reach that of those that fired faster? I doubt anyone could see.
Poetry is a way of exploring and communicating emotion. As a result, it becomes a form in which you can communicate some of those emotional experiences. I carried my best friend onto a helicopter after he was killed by an IED. And before we carried him onto the chopper, I took a flag, a Union flag out that I had with me in Basra, and we'd had in our forward operating base all the way through our tour, and placed it over his body. And as I did so, I put my hand on his chest. And I remember just thinking, it was lacking. There was something missing. He wasn't there anymore. I think for me that's how death feels, a lack of what should be there.
The burning white car, with burning steering wheel, joined by welded burning hands to blackened burning body. The eviscerating flash of a UGL grenade as it hits its mark, and 3 men are reduced to smouldering lumps. The smudged smears of deep red on boots and trouser legs, and hands and faces, and the rusty brown encrusted residue left under fingernails, even after washing. How can I eat with these hands?
I think probably the strongest emotion I could associate with war, with fighting, with battle, is love, which sounds strange. But the only reason people take risks is because they love the people they're with, which I suppose is why there's a fine line between love and hate, because love can drive you to do things which in civilized society you would never do, like kill people. If I look at the guys we were fighting in Afghanistan, this term Taliban, we tend to associate with religious extremists, religious fundamentalists, very strict forms of Sharia law. The people we were fighting out in the green zone in Sangin and the Upper Gereshk Valley were more often than not, I think, probably farmers, disillusioned young men without access to jobs, who had responded to a call for people to come and earn a bit of money to fight the infidel, and who felt that they were defending their homeland against invaders. And I think had I been in their position, I probably would have done exactly the same thing as they did. Have I ever killed a man? The men who died beside me, or through my orders, plans, or commands. Was I not responsible for them? But could I have changed the outcome? Was this not the enemy's hands? I know not who the dead would blame.
Names. 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 Some ready on the tip of my tongue. Some permanently reverberating between my ears. Some I struggle to recall. Some attached to faces. Some I didn't know. Till afterwards. It's too many names. It's too many faces. And places always hot, always sticky, always dusty. Sometimes daylight, sometimes night. An alley, a junction, a mosquito-plagued ditch, a front room, a stairwell, a rooftop, a shrapnel-riddled portaloo, the briefing room, the cookhouse. My bed.
But where did the laughter go? Where are the fond remembrances? Where are the friends I lived and fought with? We cried through these experiences. We laughed through these experiences. We drank tea and played chess. We loved. I lived. Why does only this remain? Piles of marking, country pubs, walks, good wine, kids, family Christmases.